Okay guys, so last episode you guys watched Max troubleshoot an integrated headset. That's pretty much what Max said on the most of the BMX bike nowadays. That's the standard. But traditionally, the non-integrated one, they use the Preston one. This is a rough figure. You guys are familiar. This cup, this little sleeve, it fits inside here, so you have to press this one in. Well, with SE, specifically the flyers. Any of their bike that says flyers on it, Blocks Flyer, SoCal Flyers, Big Flyers, Fire or whatever, anything that has the word flyer on it, they use a semi-integrated. Why is that? I don't know, but a lot of you guys are not familiar with that. So thanks to Beach Mode Blocks for lending us this bike so we could demo this. So shout out to Beach Mode. I'm gonna take this apart. I'm gonna show you how to install the Demolition semi-integrated. Guys, these headsets, don't try looking for it because we're the only exclusive people that have these. They come in a large variety of colors. It comes in 5 great colors. So today we're going to install a polished one. Now we spent probably about a year working with Demolition to make this headset, and believe it or not, the reason what drove us to do is because we realized that so many of these bikes are being customized, but once they came out with this frame and they came out with the semi-integrated, there's no color options. If you guys know any other color option, let me know. But there's no color option, and if there is a color option, they are unsealed. Now some of you guys might be wondering, well, what's that mean? I'll show you. So you guys remove this dust cover right here. And you guys remember, I remember reading some of your guys' comment. You guys just said, you know what, just smack the top of this. It doesn't come out, guys. So another trick, what I do is I kind of tap it on the side. Still nothing. A couple of you guys hit at the bottom. Doesn't work, guys. Remember what I was telling you guys. Hit that little washer right there. Hit that little washer. You're not gonna hurt the headset. This little plastic piece right here is what's keeping it in. We're gonna hit the one right next to it. This is metal, okay? We're gonna tap it. There it goes, guys. Basically, you see this little piece? The more this thing's pulled down, this thing spreads out and it makes it tighter. So what you wanna do, you wanna hit this little piece. This little metal piece that we're hitting on right here, okay? This little thing is metal. Tapping it like that's not gonna do anything. So what you want to do is when you tap it, it makes it go down just a little bit, and it releases that. That's all it is, guys. It's not gonna damage anything. Yeah, notice. See, loose ball.
It depends what time you get here, brother.
Loose ball. Seal bearing, guys. A lot sturdier instead of this loose stuff. So your ride's gonna be a lot stiffer. And the sealed is better. The first thing we're gonna do is we're going to remove all this. Here's the fork. We're gonna remove this. Remember in the last video that Max did, Max was talking about that race. We gotta remove this one, okay? This is probably the most difficult part in this because we do have a tool, guys. It's so crazy, I don't even know where it's at. But it goes in and it basically grabs the thing, pull it out. But if you guys look real carefully, don't look at my face. Look at this little dish. It kind of curves. So that little piece can't grab it. Why does he do that? I don't know. So you have to get a flat screwdriver, put it in here, and hit that out. I'm not gonna show you guys that because it's an act of violence. So YouTube is going to cancel this, okay? So it's showing me harming a fork. And just like that, came right out. Okay, we're gonna put the new one in. Here's the new headset. Usually, guys, headset when they sell it to you, everything's in order. So here it is. Goes in. You notice it just drops barely in. Put our race setter. Flush. Okay, so now I'm gonna dissect this headset. Pull this all together. Here's the loose ball that comes along with it. Basically what this looks like is a seal bearing headset that's been broken. Because despite that it's a used headset, you can still save it for whatever reason. So now, let me explain to you guys about semi-integrated. The reason why they call this thing a semi-integrated is because the integrated one, this piece is machined into this. But for some reason they went and instead of machining it into this, they made the cup inside of this. Instead of the traditional headset where this is pressed in and this piece is above that. They made it where it's inside. That's why it's called a semi-integrated. It's kind of like that Dr. Evil. You know, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna remove this and we're gonna press in the new cup. So some of you guys might be like, well, it looks exactly the same. You don't put it. Nope. Because remember the last video that Max was showing to you guys, the bearing has this little taper piece. This goes in. So this has a little taper, that one doesn't. It's rounded for the round bearings. So we're gonna have to hit that out. I'm not sure you guys can see the difference, but right here, it's tapered. Here it's round. Because that one right there, the ball bearing is traveling on that cup. Whereas this is tapered, the ball bearing is actually not traveling in that. The ball bearing is traveling inside the steel bearing casing. Just to show you guys the difference. This is a semi-integrated cup with unsealed bearing versus the semi-integrated cup with a sealed bearing in it. A lot different, a lot more sturdy. Removing it, we're just gonna use this bearing cup remove. I love this tool. Slide in. Okay, that's why he stepped back. So there you guys, there's that cup. There's that cup right there compared to the old school cup. Goes inside, this goes inside, but this part sticks out. Whereas this, the bearing goes in. There is the head tube without the cup right there. So traditionally, it gets pressed in. But look, see it doesn't fit, but that's how it's pressed in. Instead, this cup's pressed in and it makes it into a integrated headset, but the system's called semi-integrated. Okay, so Max brought up a really good point. What if you were just given a bare frame? You know, there's no stickers on there and all that. How would you know if it's a semi-integrated? Good question. First thing is, this looked like a traditional headset. So guess what? I'm going to go and put a traditional headset bearing on. Nope, look how loose it is. It shouldn't just sit like this. It should be pressed in. But then, how do you know it's not an integrated headset, not a semi-integrated? Well, if you remember, watch this video again, the bearing sits into the frame. Look, it doesn't, it just drops right in, look. There's nowhere for it to sit. And it's not machined in for this thing to be cradled in. So, when it's that big, then it's gonna be semi-integrated. So this one right here, you have to press the cup in like the traditional one. Is there a difference, guys? There's no difference in the cup. There's certain headset that is the difference, but not these. You could use the top or lower cup. The bearing itself, there isn't a difference either, but everything else, there is. Oh, now that we got the new cups in, this now is a sealed semi-integrated, which is now the same thing as an integrated. Don't forget, this is that Covex cone that Max was talking about. Sometimes you guys forget it, or sometimes you guys put it upside down. You guys want to put it where the taper part goes in, and you gotta push it down a little bit, and it's snug. Okay? Then after that, it comes with this really, really nice cup. It's very similar to the original one. Very, very similar, except if you notice the original one, it's flat. This one has this little rise area that pushes the Covex down, and it's got this rubber seal. It's gonna look like that, real clean. The kit comes with a star nut. The star nut is hammered inside. Because it's share the same type of star nut, we're not gonna change it. We're just gonna keep that in. So therefore you could just save this, because sometimes the star nut does go bad. So don't throw this out, keep it for future use. Now that we got the new race installed, new lower bearings, new cup, upper, everything's all in. We're going to go and push this together. Put this thing on. Oh, and following Max's instruction, see how that thing is sticking up just a little bit? We're gonna need a little spacer. Now you guys asking, why is that? It's because this cup right here was a little bit taller. It's not that you shouldn't stress about that. I'm just gonna put a little one in there, okay? Okay, so guys, again, see how that's kind of sticking up a hair? So there's the new one. Put it in now. You gotta look, it's slightly below. Once we put this thing on, it's gonna compress it and it's gonna make it snug. Now, guys, if you guys don't want it at the bottom because you guys don't want the stem to go up anymore, you guys actually can do this. Do this and put this one on top and then compress it down. It doesn't look as clean and smooth, but then again, I have seen people do this and they like it. Night bikes, they make a really cool old school nut on there that makes the bike look, the stem looks traditional 80s style. So I like that. And I cannot stress enough, guys, when you're doing this, if your spacing is right, you would just basically use a little bit of wrist, just the wrist power right here. You guys should not be like, no way. And there you guys have it. That is now a sealed, semi-integrated headset. You guys comment in. I know that some of you guys have bought this before. If you guys have and you guys are watching this, let's hear your testimony, okay? I did not hook up it with anybody. You guys know me. I'm cheap, okay? So you guys go out there. Let's hear your testimony on you guys bought it. Was it easy to put on? Was it better? Was it smoother? If I'm wrong, is there somebody else out there that offer a semi-sealed integrated headset? Okay? Because I try to look. That's why we went to do this. If there is, please show us and please inform the rest of the viewer. But I like it. And then it also gives you so much variety of colors. Guys, you guys share this video, like this video, and if you're not subscribing, please subscribe. If your homies aren't subscribing and people are always asking you a question, hey, tell them to. Come on here and check it out. And hey.
What, dude?
Here's another tip.
Why do you always want dudes to come check you out, man?
Hey, here's another tip. I'm leaving. Okay, I shouldn't be doing this.
Later.
You should. Bye.
He's gonna go ask you all these dudes to go check him out, and it's, that's him.
But hey, that's okay. I'm comfortable myself. Yeah, dudes, come check me out. Okay.